welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the noise in the background. There's not much I can do. My fiance is giving one of our dogs a bath. So today I am going to do a talk through. If you don't know what a talk through is, it's kind of like I'm doing my makeup and I'm just talking through it rather than doing a regular voiceover. So this video is going to be a little bit longer because I am talking through it rather than fast forwarding a lot of it and then doing a voiceover. So just sit back and bring some popcorn or whatever type of snacks you like, whether it's celery or pig feet or crickets. I don't know what.
Ooh, crickets.
Ew. That doesn't sound tasty, but you know, that's what you're into. That's what you're into. So again, this is going to be a talk through. So today it's still very much fall, and I did want to do a few fall looks before technically fall ends, which to me is the end of November. And then December, to me, winter begins, because I know technically winter doesn't begin until like December something, but my fall months are September, October, and November. So one of the most popular fall looks is to do a cranberry look. So that's what I did. I did my version of a cranberry look, and I think it's really affordable, especially because the eyeshadows that I use all come from one palette, which is really great because then you're not buying single eyeshadows everywhere and spending a whole bunch of money. And it's very hard to find a cranberry shade, but luckily the palette that I use, which is the Jaclyn Hill Palette, which is now at Ulta. Morphe's brushes is now at Ulta. I can't wait to go to my local Ulta and then check them out because I am looking to get the 3502. So very excited to eventually come and find that. She's going wild. So yeah, so it's very hard to find a cranberry shade, but luckily this palette does bring cranberry shades. Sorry for the camera shaking. So this right here is more of a sheen cranberry shade. There we go. Girls! And then Jack's is as well, but more of a matted, smokier and darker one. So you can find cranberry, at least 2 cranberry shades to do a look for this, which is all you really need. You need one for the lid, one to smoke it out a little bit, and then you could use browns and oranges to blend and transition. So cranberry is very popular, and I am really in love with this look. I really enjoy it for the fall. I think it's gonna bring out like so many eyes and colors, and it's smoky and it's just so fall-y. Anyway guys, so we're gonna jump right into the video. I'm gonna start talking. I'm not gonna shut up, so I hope you all enjoy my voice. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for this talk through. Girl!
Hey! Penelope, come here. Come here. Give me your head. Obviously, you need your head dried more. You need your head dried more.
You sound like a monkey.
She's clean.
Yeah, you don't smell, baby girl. Hey everyone, so we are jumping right into this talk through. If you don't know what a talk through is, I'm just basically talking through, doing my makeup. Cool, right? So I already have primed my lids. I had used the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I've obviously already done my eyebrows. And I usually do my eyebrows off camera just because it takes a big chunk of time. And now I already primed my eyes, so we're just gonna start with the shadow. So we are using the Jaclyn Hill palette today, and it sort of looks like this. And we are first going in with a transition shade. So this is more of my skin tone. And this shade is called MFEO. Again, the transition shade should always be more closer to your skin tone. It could be a little slightly darker if you're doing a more smoky look. So now we're jumping in with the Sigma E40, which is a fluffy brush. So we're gonna take that and we are just gonna put that right above the crease, but don't bring it to the brow bone, and just kind of sloppily put it on. Again, it's a transition shade. It's more closer to your skin tone. It just is gonna provide a base for you to have an easier time blending your eyeshadow in. Okay, so next we're going to use this shade. It is called Buns. So we're going to take that shade, and this is a really nice, like, softer brown. And we're going to take that onto a, this is a Petal blending brush. The brand is called Petal, and it's a travel size, so it's a lot smaller, and it just looks like this. This is a typical blending brush that you can pretty much get anywhere. So I didn't take that much product, and I'm just gonna put that in the crease and just bring it down just to blend it out so it's not too much like harsh on that crease line, which is okay because we're gonna go in with something else later. So we're just doing that, and then just going back in with the fluffy brush and then blending that out. I didn't put any product on the fluffy brush. This is a very easy look to do because there's no precision or anything like that needed. Okay, ta-da! And we're not going to deep it any further. I just wanted it to be more of a gradient effect on the eyes. So for the actual lid base, we are going to be using this Jumbo Eye Pencil. It's $6.19. The color is actually Rust. So this goes around for $6.50, which is really kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna start putting this on the lid. Don't worry about it maybe not being precise because we're just gonna top it off with eyeshadow. I find that if I just use this and leave it and blend it, it creases eventually. So next we're gonna use this shade. It is called Cran Apple. So it is a cranberry, obviously more of a cranberry shade. It has a very sheer sheen tone to it. So we're just gonna use this, and we're just gonna pick it up on a eyeshadow brush. This one's it's like a big eyeshadow brush, and we're gonna put that there. Okay. So I'm just gonna take that other fluffy blending brush by Petal, the one that we used for the crease, and I'm gonna go back with the crease brush, no product. And I'm just gonna help that blend out. And then going back in with the fluffy brush and blending that out. Okay. So to help that blend out more, I am going to take this Throw Up shade, and it is called Pukey. So it's kind of like this yellow mustard brown. I'm gonna take that shade and I'm gonna focus it more where we put our transition shade.
Pumpkin spice for my pumpkin spice.
Aw, you brought me a latte! Thank God, like, you must know me. We must communicate telepathically because I am starving and I just didn't want to eat anything in the house.
I got you an everything bagel with cream cheese.
Oh, perfect. How funny, because I was so over,
The same old shit?
yeah. I was like, oh, I could do a bagel. Like, a bagel's kind of simple.
I see you.
You moving on. Excuse if you hear noise in the background. The dogs might be barking. My fiance just got home, and he also really likes to stomp like a giant.
I'm gonna clean you, PTs.
So now he just spoke to our dog, basically saying that he's gonna give her a bath because she smells like poo. Like she's like a bum dog. That's what she smells like, a dog from the streets. She needs a shower. Anyway, so next on the outer corner, we are gonna take this shade called Jax. It's more of a darker cranberry shade as well, but it is matted. So we are gonna take that, and I'm gonna focus this out right on the outer corner. So we're gonna put boom, boom, just to smoke it out. So I'm like patting it down just to make sure, and then just to really give it that smoky effect and not lose any pigment, and then blending it out. We're just gonna continually pack it on. And to define more of the outer corner, I am going to take a pencil brush and focus it more on the outer corner. Boom. Okay, so now for eyeliner, I am going to first start off with this L'Oreal Paris lacquer liner 24-hour L'Oreal inflatable. And I'm taking this on a angle brush. This brush is from Godfrey, so technically this is for dyeing brows, or tinting brows as they call it. But I'm gonna use this for my liner. And I'm just literally drawing this line here to make sure that it's the thickness that I want. Okay. So now it's the thickness that I want, and to just give myself a really sharp, sorry, I was looking for the liner, a really sharp line, and to more so define it and clean it up, I'm gonna use the NYX liquid black liner. This is by far my favorite liner because the brush is so thin. I've never had a liner do something as precise and be so easy to use in order to do that. So I really like it. Actually, I love it. I'm in love. I used to really love the NYC New York color liner, but they discontinued that. But I have to say, even that wasn't as nice as this. I like to go back to the other eye just because I feel like I lose some of that, basically the blackness, and it starts more looking like a charcoal than actual black. So, excuse me while I'm back. I apologize if sometimes when I do my videos, when I start doing my liner, I kind of go off camera, and it's just because I have to get close to the mirror. Yeah. I just don't feel like I have good eyesight even with contacts on. So I have to go close to the mirror to make sure like I can actually see really all the details to make sure that my liner is like straight and perfect. And sometimes you might not be able to see that on camera, but when I move closer, and I'm pretty sure if I was to zoom in, you would notice that it's not so perfect, or it's not to like standards. So I apologize that every time I do that, but I have to just make sure. And I haven't mastered the art of video recording, where I know a lot of like the girls can still somewhat be on camera. And sometimes I know they have a mirror here, but I hate holding a compact mirror. Yeah, moving on. So right now we're done for the eyes. I do want to, excuse me, as you see there's a shadow there, and you're gonna push that shadow away. I'm gonna grab makeup wipes because the eyeshadow here, since I didn't put tape, I didn't clean it up before I put the liner, I am going to clean it up now, which is also gonna help me kind of sharpen that liner even more. It's really easy if you have nails to do something like this, because your nails make it pointy like this, so you can get more precise and more to the edge. But I know when I don't have nails, it's a pain in the butt. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, moving on up. So next I am going to prime my face. NYX pore filler. I am always using that. There's not really a primer that you're ever really gonna see me using, just because it's great for filling the pores. I used to use the Benefit Porefessionals, but I feel like that one and this one does the same thing, and this one's like half the price. So why wouldn't I spend half the price if it's gonna end up doing the same thing? I have such large pores anyway. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I gotta, yeah. But I focus this more on my cheek, as you saw, like around here, because I have really large pores. And then for the rest, I'm going to take the NYX First Base Primer Spray and prime the rest of my face like that. So like over here, chin, over there, forehead. And it's spray, so your face is going to feel a little wet. So I'm just fading it out so it dries a little bit and not feel so wet on my face. And today I want to go more for a matted face. I know everyone says like when the fall comes and the winter comes, you want to do more of a dewy look. But I feel like the contrast between a matted face and the sheen on the eyes would look really nice. So I'm using the L'Oreal True Match. I'm Honey Beige and 6. And yeah, so this is actually a matted foundation, but I just remembered that I need to color correct, because color correcting is not part of my daily routine. Only when I have, like, for whatever reason, I think I'm really tired, so I've been having more dark circles and bags and kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't been getting enough rest, because my days are usually filled with work. I work part-time, and then I internship, and I go to graduate school as well, trying to become a school counselor or makeup famous, you know, whichever. She ripped the toy again.
The dead chipmunk.
Let me see the chipmunk.
There's a hole in his head.
I know, but if there's no stuffing in here, why can't they still play with it? Just take out the rest of the stuffing and the squeaky toy.
Okay, but my fear is that they're gonna start chewing. She'll chew on that and try to swallow it, because she's stupid. Okay. I love her, but she ain't smart.
No, we don't have smart dogs. It is what it is. Okay, back to our regular programming. Are you focusing? Okay. So anyway, yeah, taking this, putting this shade under my eyes for the dark circles. It's kind of like a peach orange, which is used for dark circles. Then I am going to take something else, and I'm going to take the green. So the green really helps with red. So freaking out, green up here, a little red here, a little, do it by the nose. What's really great about this color correcting palette, the concealer is so thick, which I truly enjoy. And then it also brings like 2 regular concealers, dark and then a lighter one, and then you can mix whatever to get your shade. So I like to mix both. And I'm mostly going to cover up that green because the green is so bright that when I put foundation over it, it still is a little green. So first I'm putting concealer. And then doing that. Yes, my face is gonna be cakey. No, it's not gonna be cakey, but definitely caking that face. Okay. Moving on. So I'm gonna use this Bare Minerals, this foundation brush, which has a little dip in the middle. I got this in my September BoxyCharm. I love BoxyCharm. I just posted a video on the October one. I've been using so many of the products that they send to me, and obviously since it's full lasting, it really lasts a long time. So obviously I put the foundation in the middle of the brush and we just, you know, blending things out. But anyway, I forgot to tell you about my days. So yeah, my days are long. I work part-time, I go to school, and I internship as well, because I'm in the part of the program where I have to internship. Like, people always ask me, oh, why are you internship? Like, who wants to do free work? But it is part of the curriculum, so in order to graduate, I have to do 3 internships. Well, one is technically a practicum, but that's almost like an internship, except that you don't spend as much hours. You spend 8 to 10 hours at your internship on site. And then there's a class that pairs with it just to make sure you're getting the proper supervision. No, that you're doing things right and you're not messing up. Especially since we're working with people, it's a huge liability issue, since there's so many laws in place for counseling. If you've ever been to counseling, you know, usually when you're actually going to actual therapy, they'll tell you that there's 3 breaches to confidentiality, which I'm pretty sure that the most known is just like kind of like hurting yourself, harm to yourself or others, and abuse. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna take a beauty blender now, and I'm just gonna blend out the foundation. Since everything was really like thick, I just want to make sure it's picking up any excess concealer or foundation. And then the beauty blender also just really, honestly, really blends everything really nicely, so it's almost like a airbrush effect. So for concealer, I'm going to be using my all-time favorite concealer. It is the Pro Conceal HD High Definition. Just gonna do that. You want to create a triangle. I have a how-to foundation and stuff like that, which also just shows me doing like foundation and going over different like products and different variances on what kind of foundations and concealers you can get. Okay, so I'm also gonna blend this out with a beauty blender. I wouldn't have it any other way to blend out concealer. So I am now gonna set that with powder. So I have the NYX. I had customized mine, so I added blushes to it. NYX is really great to customize your own contour, blush, highlight palette to fit your skin tone. They do have a basic one that offers for highlighting and for contours, just to give you a little bit of diversity. Then once you finish and you find your right color, you can switch the other ones out. I don't know if they sell the actual palette just to make your own to begin with. I think you might have to just get the base first and start with that, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so up next I am going to contour. You're gonna do fishy face. And then also now I'm gonna contour my nose. I would never contour my nose without this ever again. I don't know how I lived before without it. Okay, moving on. So I'm also just gonna take this big fluffy blending brush. This is from Claire's. I got it in my Christmas stocking last year from my fiance. He was my boyfriend at that time, but. And I absolutely love it. It's just so big and it's just so fluffy. And it's pink. Now we are gonna go in with blush. This is the e.l.f. angled blush. So technically you want to use it like this because your apples of your cheeks are what's supposed to be really blushed. But you just don't want to put a big circle here. That's not good makeup skills. Don't do that, guys. You want to bring it up. But obviously you do want it more on your apple of your cheeks. And I'm just gonna redefine that contour on my cheeks again. And what you can do is put highlight here to more so like sharpen that contour. I tend to not like that because if I use the same color in here, then it ends up lighter here and it just looks funny. Maybe just using a same different powder. Just blending a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the eyeshadow just to focus more on the bottom and what's going on with the bottom. Yeah. So I am going to take this brush again. Whoops, I dropped it. I'm gonna take this brush again and go in with Jack's and smoke the lower lash line. There we go. So excuse me while I put some lashes on, but enjoy this video of my dogs playing. Really?
Huh?
She's pulling on my shoelaces. Okay, so I put my lashes on. So now I am going to take some mascara And I am first gonna do my top lashes just to help blend my lashes with the false lashes. And then I'm also gonna just squeeze them together with the tweezers. Be careful if you're ever doing this not to poke your eye, because that sounds like it would be really bad, and tweezers aren't necessarily like rounded or pointed. So it's like I have no lips because of all the foundation. And then also hitting the bottom lash line with the mascara. I don't know why we always do stupid faces when we're putting on mascara, because I think you can put on mascara and be normal like this. I don't know what's up with the whole, excuse me while you're drinking latte. My lips have so much foundation, it's like literally showing on the latte. I don't know if you can see it. Like almost like a lip mark of foundation. Okay. So I am going to set with this Maybelline Master Fix. Boom, bada boom. And then the last step, of course, is lipstick. So I am going to use the NYX matte lipstick in Alabama. So it's like this deeper red. So if you don't know me, I like to wear matte lipsticks and kind of overdraw my lips. I feel like that was too much though.
No.
There we go. Sorry if you hear the water in the background. It is, of course, one of our babies getting a shower. Now, I personally feel like this is a little too red for it to be cranberry. So excuse me, I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna add another lip color to it. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna take this Raisin, and I'm gonna take some of this product off, not completely. So just dab it. Dab. 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 And then, that's not good. Then go in with this shade. Okay, so now I like this a lot better. So this is our final look. And then that's it. Thank you so much for watching.